Welcome back everyone, thank you for joining me for another luxury item review. Today going to be having a look at another grail piece that was on my list for a little while. This one is the Hermés H Belt buckle and reversible leather strap. This one is a 32mm. They also have the option of a 38mm, which you could probably wear a bit more casually, whereas this is more of a dress piece. It comes in 5 other colours. I chose the smooth black on one side with the reversible brown on the other side. So the black's a bit more dressy as it's smooth leather, and then the brown side's a tumbled leather. In terms of the belt and the buckle I chose is classed as argent, which basically means silver, and then you've got another 34 or so other belt variants as well that you can choose from. The two on the top of my list was probably this one, and they do a full polished version as well. This one here has a brushed front on it. Bit of view for you. And then it has polished edges. Most people think that these Hermès belts are quite out there and ostentatious anyway, so I thought I'd maybe make it a little bit more subtle and go for a brushed version instead of the full polish. I like the touches of the polished edges though, it just adds a little bit more class to the belt. So in terms of the colour options, the black's obviously a little bit more versatile. I found the brown works well with some outfits, but the black certainly goes with everything. The belt itself, being 32mm, it's likely to fit in both jeans and also dress wear, and that was the reason I went for that instead of the 38. The 38 you might struggle with getting through belt loops of dress pants if you opt for that option. So the way that they do these belts is you have to purchase both the buckle and the belt together when you first get them, and then after that you can purchase the actual belt leather straps separately, but the belt buckles you can't purchase separately. So that's the only thing to keep in mind if you're looking for an Hermés H Belt buckle. Pick one that you love the look of first of all, and then pick different coloured straps to match it with the outfit that you're going for. With this particular version, the length of it, I was sort of in between sizes, so I ended up having to get the sales assistant to punch a couple more holes in for me. So I believe the size I ended up going with was a 95cm. So then I was able to have the lady put a couple more holes in the end of it for me, adding on these two here, so I could actually tighten the belt up if I needed to. The problem is if you go for a smaller length belt, they can't add holes into this end. They can only add them onto the other end. So you're better off going for a bigger size and adding holes on so that you can pull it tighter if you need to. Australian dollars, you're looking at $1,160 at the time of purchase, which was 2021. Amazing belt. I was a bit reluctant at first with purchasing something so expensive for a bit of leather, but I find it's well worth the money. Stitching's fabulous all the way through. Most of these are all machine stitched nowadays rather than hand, but still amazing tolerances and finishes on all the leather products. The other good thing with these sorts of belts, instead of just having a die on top, it actually, I'm not sure if you can pick that up on camera, but what they tend to do with these belts is they'll actually have a top and a bottom layer. So full black dyed top and then full brown dyed bottom, and then a centerpiece splitting the two. The edges you'll find are nicely cut as well. Flip this over so we can have a bit of a look at the embossing there. So you've got Hermès Paris, made in France. And then you've got a serial number embossed on the end there as well. So brown side's just as nice. As I said, it's a bit harder to match it with things because it is a tumbled leather rather than smooth as the black side is. But still just as nice if you want to wear it with jeans or dress pants. So I chose this one to wear as my everyday piece. I chose the dark brown and the black, as I said, because it can go with most things. You have a lot of other Larry options as well. They do blue and blacks, they do orange and black, and they also do a couple of sort of like teal colours and black as well. So the buckle itself's made out of, it's palladium plated metal, much the same as a lot of their other metal items. So my H bracelet is also palladium coated. And most of their other variants in terms of colours also are as well. You might pay a little bit more for some of the finely designed options that have a little bit more craftsmanship to them. But in terms of the plain H buckles like this, you'll find the price for 32mm stays around that $1,160 mark. The 38mm jumps up to about $1,300 Australian if you're looking for that alternative. Two of the buckles that are pretty similar is this one, and they do another one which is called a Constance buckle. The Constance buckle, I'll put a photo up in the video, but it's the same sort of H design, just doesn't have these extra cuts on the insides of the top and bottom portions of the H. So the belt is made out of a Togo calf skin. Togo seems to be the word that they associate with a lot of their leather items, and calf skin obviously making the leather a lot softer to wear. I can say it's definitely one of the most comfortable belts I've worn. I think that's just down to the way that they finish the edges on the belt and also how soft the leather is. And parts that they come with, you've got the box here. Incredible packaging as per usual. One other fine detail that I didn't notice until the other day with these is that it actually has the year. Some people might laugh at me because it's probably an obvious thing to others, but I only picked it up the other day when I was looking. Some other box has 2019 when I purchased the bracelet. This one has 2021 for when I purchased this belt. So beautiful Hermès packaging. I wore the belt out of the store, so it has already been unpacked, unwrapped. As you can see in here, come with the small bag for the buckle. Got the large bag for the belt itself. So both also finished incredibly well. As you would imagine, Hermès make things to the highest possible quality. And it's certainly reflected in the packaging and boxes that you get with it. And then you also have the large Hermès bag as well. And included, if we can focus this for you. It's hard to pick up on the camera. Receipt envelope and invoice there as well. That's about it for this belt. I'll add in a couple of stills of the belt on, also in another colour that I tried on originally before I opted to go for the darker brown. The lighter brown option that I first tried on a few months ago in Hermès was the noir and gold. This particular colourway that I chose is the noir and chocolate, so black and brown. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them below in the comments. Otherwise, I'll see you next time for my next video. Thanks for watching.